Okay, so I wanted to talk a little bit about making your own button. My mobile FPS kit already comes with just about every button that you could want. It comes with the crouch button, this button. It comes with a switch weapons button, this one. It comes with a fire button so you can shoot your weapon. It comes with the jump button so you can jump. It comes with the directional pad so you can move your character around. And of course there's an invisible button right here on the screen where if you touch it you can turn your character around. That's pretty much standard, but you don't see it because it's just a collider. But you might come up with a button that you want to have in your game only, or just think of something new. So let's take a look at some code. So here's a sprint button. I decided not to have a sprint button, but maybe in the future if people really want a sprint I can put it in here. Here's the code that's basically just generic. The most generic button code you can have. And let me just walk you through it. Okay. Here's the button that you create. It's you make it public, of course. It inherits from FPS button, FPS input, I mean, dot button. So that's part of my core class, which is I'm not going to show it in you in this video, but and I just named it button info. And then you say new. So that creates an object that we use for touch commands. Okay, so every button needs to be in the wake, and the button info has these delegates. Okay, if you don't know what a delegate is, look it up. Basically, a delegate is a function that it refers to. So this button info has a delegate called onTouchDown, and you want to link that to your onTouchDown right here. And this onTouchDown, as you can see in the field, it says action Unity Engine .touch. So that means the method that the delegate links to has to have a touch in the parameter or in the argument. So there's onTouchDown, onTouchHold, onTouchUp. And what that means, what that does is when your finger comes down on top of it, it does onTouchDown. And then as it is held, as the same finger is held down, now it doesn't necessarily need to be on top of the button. Okay, it's just held down. Okay, just the finger is still held down, and you pass the touch command. And then once the finger gets let up, either it gets canceled. Sometimes fingers get canceled, or when the finger goes up, when the touch is ended. This is called. Okay, so down, hold, and up. Those are basically the three states of a finger. Now, every button info needs to be in a wake. You need to assign the variables, these methods, to the delegates. And of course, these methods could be named anything, but just to show you that's what it's named, so that it's easy to think about. But also the button info not only needs to be in awake, it needs to be on enable. You need to add the button to the list. So FPS input dot add button, and you add this button, the button info, to the list. And when this mono behavior, this sprint mono behavior gets disabled on disable, you want to remove the button. And that would remove it from the list so that these commands are no longer called, saving lots of processing power so that this button is no longer called in the list. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the fire button next, just to show you what a button does in my kit. Alright,